Hi guys, this is a bit of Inception. Sorry, I'm just butting in here. It's Mr. H. Unfortunately, this video had a DMCA takedown strike put against it when I previously uploaded it. So I've had to quickly edit it again, remove some of the material which they believe was copyrighted. It wasn't. Yes, the material is copyrighted, but the material being in this transformative manner means it's actually exempt from copyright claims and meets fair use. It is literally textbook fair use under fair use law. But hey, look, Lasso Entertainment, you can suck my fat cock because you're assholes and you wanted to put a copyright strike on my channel. So fuck you, I've uploaded it again and you can suck my fat wang. So anyway, enjoy this absolute piece of shit movie review, this hate review of Battlefield Earth. It is the worst movie I've seen ever. It absolutely sucks. Let me tell you about a movie so bad I genuinely could not finish it. I'm sure you would have heard of this movie, but it's called Battlefield Earth, for those that don't know. A movie so unimaginative, it uses the same scene transition again and again, and yeah, you guessed it, again. Windows Movie Maker has better scene transitions than this shit. A movie so bad, Oscar-winning actors cannot act their way to looking like they didn't want to kill themselves. Forrest Whitaker, you look so sad, so sad, near disappointed. Actually, that's right, yeah, you look disappointed in yourself that you accepted a role in this movie. The man who won an Oscar for The Last King of Scotland, even he couldn't mask the pure disdain for this film, the deep-seated regret. But hey, look, I digress. Kind of. What is Battlefield Earth? Well, it's a movie, seemingly, about corporations and their stranglehold on the world, portrayed in the movie by giant aliens, John Travolta being one of them. It's the year 3000, and the Earth has been under alien rule for 1,000 years. The alien's name is Cyclos. Yep, Cyclos. I didn't misspeak. These big dreadlock, clumpy-booted Klingon rip-offs are called the Cyclos. And in true bad movie fashion, a special man-child is a rebel called Johnny Goodboy, and he leads the humans in a revolt. That's essentially it. This is an adaptation of a novel which John Travolta had been trying to get to film for years and years, which he finally did, and you can see how happy the guy is in the film. He's loving it, absolutely loving it, but he's the only one having a good time. And why? Because he's the only Scientologist. Why is that important? This movie is an adaptation of a novel written by L. Ron Hubbard, the founder of Scientology, and it's the first half of the novel, and as such, John Travolta was probably having a Passion of the Christ moment and just absolutely loving life, actually getting the chance to act out what he actively believes in. Yep, that's right, Scientology believes that this is part of what's going to happen, or has happened, or I don't really understand. This tries so hard to be so many things. On one hand, we have vibes of Planet of the Apes, and on the other, we have an awkward attempt at some Blade Runner rip-off. I personally only managed about 30 minutes into this film, and I had to switch it off. I like bad movies, as I'm sure you can tell on the Mr. Hate Reviews series, so I can ironically watch them and have fun with them and make these videos. But this was nothing. It's void of any substance, style, and I'd say it was void of passion, but John Travolta is loving life, so he was definitely passionate. The film doesn't make any sense at all. The humans have been under the aliens' rule for 1,000 years, yet they have regressed into a caveman-like state, but they still speak English. Right, okay, sure, they still speak English, and yet they don't know their own history? Right, okay. Cool, sure. But because I haven't seen the entire film, Lord help anyone who has, I'm just going to pick apart the scenes that I did see. Take these idiot humans for instance. Our saviour of the movie, Johnny Goodboy. He's riding his horse through the fields of Avalon, trying to find gods or some shit, I don't know, when a wild demon jumps out of nowhere and attacks. Except it isn't a demon, it's a dragon, a crazy golf dragon, which apparently jumped out, except it didn't, and Johnny Goodboy would have seen this thing from far, far away because it is stationary. How on earth he got scared over this and fell off his horse, I've no fucking idea. But hey, Scientology. So, Johnny Goodboy gets set upon by these idiots, and to display how they have regressed so much, they start grunting at one another. Alright, sure. But you tell me, in a world where humanity has regressed for 1,000 years under alien rule, with no modern farming techniques, hunting and gathering, finding whatever morsel possible, how is this guy as obese as this? Are you joking? Again, does this make any sense? No, it does not. Fatty Bum Boy here should be as skinny as Johnny Goodboy, unless he's eating the people they both find. So, anyway, these two decide to make a bargain with Johnny Goodboy, and they are going to show him a god in exchange for food. We learn that apparently the humans don't know what glass is anymore, but we also learn that they can't see glass because Johnny, our hero, our saviour, walks right into a glass display box, which has water and grime all over it. What are you doing? How did you not see this giant box? It's obviously there, and even if you don't know what glass is, you can see that there is something there. But anyway, this then leads to our introduction of the first Cyclo, and another scene that doesn't make any sense. So out of nowhere, one of them gets shot, seemingly dies, and Johnny Goodboy and Chunky decide to run away, obviously. Johnny Goodboy calls his horse and it gets shot. Seems to die. But then when we see the sign get shot, it disappears? Why? We see this gun blasting off and sending things flying, people dying, things disappearing, and then we learn, oh no, false alarm, it just knocks you out. But then what happened to the sign? What happened to the horse? So yeah, apparently it just knocks you out and Johnny Goodboy wakes up in a ship with other people. Now again, thinking about things that don't make any sense, these aliens have been doing this for 1,000 years, right? Then why in the fuck don't they have a more efficient way of processing humans? Johnny Goodboy runs away, but not only that, we see how the Cyclos process the humans into captivity. This must be one of the most basic ways possible that an advanced alien species could process humans. Not only that, they seem genuinely surprised when a human runs away. They aren't chained up. Why would you be surprised if they ran away? Seriously. Anyway, moving on, much like I am from this terrible movie, Johnny Goodboy starts to lay down the law with the other humans in captivity, and there's one major tough guy that states how he eats first along with his other men, and then what's left is distributed. But oh no, Johnny Goodboy doesn't want that to happen. He can't handle that, so he sticks up for everyone, nearly drowning this dude, and in turn claiming that everyone will now eat at the same time, he says, giving some food to someone to eat first. Right, okay, sure. Overall, I hate this movie. It sucks. I can't even watch it ironically. There was no entertainment value here at all. The only interesting thing about the movie was how on earth it managed to get made and how John Travolta was absolutely on board for it. During the publicity rounds, Travolta had the audacity to claim that Battlefield Earth was like Star Wars A New Hope, but better, and it was the Schindler's List of science fiction movies. Right? Okay, sure. Now, there is one hope here. This video, this hate review, may not be copyright claimed, which they always are, but why would this one be exempt? Well, the investor, Entertainment, sued the production company for fraud. Why, I hear you ask? Because they overstated the budget by $33 million. So God knows who owns the rights to this now, as that left them bankrupt. Honestly, there is nothing redeemable about this movie. It's bad from every angle. Every Dutch angle. Have you managed to watch this movie in its entirety? And am I wrong? Let me know down below in the comment section. And if you're new here and you enjoyed this hate review, then stay tuned for weekly uploads. Weekly because they take a little time to make. Anyway, and as always, I've been Mr. H, and I will catch you in the next video.